Hey everyone, it's 40k time today. Now, in our ongoing attacks by the Death Guard upon this planet, they have attacked the skies, they've attacked the waterworks, and now they are going to drill below the surface of this world and launch virus bombs, literally rotting this planet from the core. But this Adeptus Mechanicus drill site is defended by the Black Templars, the Sons of Dawn. Can they stop the Death Guard from activating this drill site and launching their virus bombs deep? Yo, we're back. Hi Dave.
Rich?
You've got a different army today, mate, haven't you?
What, you're a surprise army?
Yeah. So one of Dave's mates asked if he could bring his army, have his army come on the channel, and it's really nice to paint, so I've got no problem with that whatsoever, as long as I can link to the people, you know what I mean, in case anyone wants to know how to paint it, stuff like that. So we've got a gorgeous Black Templars army, running a slightly alternative detachment and stuff like that. That's really cool. And then, because it's like, I'm going through the Death Guard Codex, I'm using a different detachment again, so this will be like the third game now, and I'm using a different detachment. It's actually the Index detachment, but it's had like a full like makeover.
I like this one. This is the Sticky 51, isn't it?
Yeah, well, funny enough, what I didn't realise, which is that it's kind of actually it seems to be taken over as like the meta detachment.
Really?
Yeah, not when I take control of it, but yeah, seems to be the one that it seems to be like, you know, once games get played, people gravitate towards one or the other, and it seems to be this one, which is good because it's actually a good detachment for anyone who plays Death Guard. If you're a Death Guard player and you just want to have a game, this detachment seems really good for that because you can use it with any unit.
I was going to say, is this the one where it's not, you don't have to feel like, oh, I have to play whatever, I have to play turners, I have to play...
Yeah, so the detachment you've got from Black Templars is sort of one of those ones that you sort of have to lean into a little bit, whereas this Death Guard detachment I've got is a works for everybody type thing. It's not one of the more specialised ones. So we'll get into showing off the army lists and detachments now. Okay, here's my 2,000 point army for this game. Now, I'll go over the army rule, which is the Gift of Nurgle, which means you can afflict your opponents with an aura that emanates out from your Death Guard. It's 3 inches from each one of your models turn 1, then 6 inches turn 2, then from turn 3 onwards, it's a 9-inch aura from every one of your Death Guard models. Anyone touched by that aura is afflicted, they get -1 toughness, and then they get one of 3 different downgrades that you pick from. You can pick -1 to hit, you can pick -1 armor save, or you can pick -1 leadership, movement, and objective control, which is quite good. For this game against the Black Templars, I'm going to be going for -1 to hit, because they're obviously close combat boys, so I want them to miss with the chainswords and they're trying to swing and chop my head off. And the detachment I'm using is called the Virulent Vectorum. Now this is the Index detachment, but it's had a makeover. It's still got the detachment rule of World Blight, which basically translates to sticky objectives. You control an objective in your command phase, it now becomes sticky and you control it until someone takes it off you. And it also emanates the Gift of Nurgle, the afflictions, so people go near and will be afflicted until they take control of it. It's had quite a good overhaul, this detachment. From what I can tell, the stratagems are much better, and they've got some very good enhancements as well. So I'll go over the characters, enhancements and units now. My warlord for the game is my new Lord of Virulence, who has yet to be named. I know I got some cool name suggestions in the last game he was in, and he did quite well in that game. I quite like his combo with the Blight Lord Terminators, but I haven't had a chance to name him yet. But his rule is he picks a target in the shooting phase, and you get to reroll 1s against that target when shooting it, unless you shoot it with a blast weapon, and you get to reroll all your hits. He also allows his unit to reroll wounds when shooting, which is fantastic. And he's got an enhancement called Demon Weapon, which means he's got critical hits in combat on a 5+, which means he's got his Plague Power Fist there. That'll be wounded on 5s and 6s to hit, which is just a nice little cheap enhancement he's got. And then he is leading a block of 10 Blight Lord Terminators. We've got a Flail, a Reaper Autocannon, 2 Plague Spewers and a Blight Launcher. Their rule is if they target a unit that is afflicted, as in range of the aura, or been given an infliction in any other way, like Plague Marines for example. They get +1 strength and +1 AP on their shooting attacks. They are now toughness 7 and they are now movement 5 as well. So they had a right glow up. I love this combo. I think it's great, led by the Lord of Virulence. My next character is Damien the Lepromancer. He is a Lord of Contagion, which means he gives his unit sustained hits and lance in combat, and on a 2+ after he dies he gets back up again, which is awesome, with 3 wounds remaining. He has got an enhancement called Furnace of Plagues, which gives his melee weapon, well, I think it actually says melee weapons. Yes, it does actually, melee weapons, so that'd be quite good I think on a Demon Prince. But anyway, he gives him +1 strength, +1 attack and devastating wounds on his already super powerful Man Reaper. And then he is leading 3 Death Shroud Terminators. They've had a glow up, they've got 4 wounds now, as well as a toughness 7. They give any character in the unit a 4+ feel no pain while they're attached. And they've got a really powerful rule that they are allowed to deep strike 6 inches away from a unit that is afflicted. Now, in the last game, when I did that, I very stupidly shot the person I was intending to charge, which meant my charge went back to a 9-inch anyway, because I went ha-ha and then shot him and then I had to do a 9-inch charge. So hopefully I don't repeat that mistake in this game. My next character and unit, this is a Malignant Plague Caster, the wizard, and when his unit targets an afflicted unit, they get sustained hits on their attacks, which is super, super powerful, especially when you combined it with the fact that he's going to be in a Rhino. Rhinos, their new rule is when they target a unit that got out of the transport then get a reroll wounds. So you're going to be getting the sustained hits from him, and then all your hits that get through for him and his unit will then be rerolling the wound. He also enfeebles units when he hits them, slows them down, and his enhancement is Arc Contaminator. So, although they'll be getting reroll wounds after they get out the Rhino if they target the same unit the Rhino shot, Arc Contaminator means as long as they're in range of an objective marker, they still get to reroll wounds. And then Plague Marine's rule is when they target a unit with shooting, they afflict that unit, which means they're very good for marking units for later destruction by possibly like big tanks or Terminators. And they've got a ton of weapons. They've got melter guns, blight launchers, heavy melee weapons, heavy plague weapons should I say, power fists, plasma guns, you name it, they've got it. I've got a small 5-man squad of Plague Marines which are going to go in a Land Raider, because normally you would have maybe a small squad to camp the home field objective, but because of the detachment having sticky objectives, I could just tag the home field objective and just leave. So I'm actually going to put the squad of Plague Marines in a Land Raider. Land Raider having the assault ramp rule, and this being a little unit means these lads could be quite good for doing the first shots to target a unit before somebody else fires. We're not done with characters yet. We've got the man with the bees. So many bees. He was sorely missed in the last game. We needed those bees. The bees are back, and they're after Black Templars. So Typhus, he's a monster in combat. He's -1 to hit in combat because you've got so many bees in your eyes. And then he's leading a little 10-man ablative wound squad of Poxwalkers, who, if they kill people in combat, you become a zombie. Unfortunately, I didn't realise that it's just monsters and vehicles that can't turn into Poxwalkers, so I could have, in the previous game with them, had a cool Space Marine zombie on a bike, which I didn't realise. That would have been cool, wouldn't it? Poxwalker on a big motorbike. I've got 2 more Poxwalker units. Quite handy in this Virulent Vectorum detachment, I think, because because they've now got the infiltrate rule. Can't infiltrate while Typhus is with them because he doesn't have infiltrate, but these 2 squads could infiltrate, jump on the mid-board objectives. If I have control of them in the command phase, then I'll make them sticky, and then even if they get shot off, it still belongs to me. Speaking of getting shot, I've got a Plague Burst Crawler and a Blight Hauler. Blight Hauler, the little one, has got Tank Hunter, so it gets +1 to hit, +1 to wound against vehicles and monsters, I think. And then we've got the Plague Burst Crawler, which has got its entropy cannons, anti-tank. It's got its Rothill volley gun in the front, but then its mortar has got a new fancy rule where once you've shot at somebody, it's strength 8, damage 2, blast, all the rest of it, indirect. But after you've shot them, you roll a dice for the unit that you targeted and any unit within 3 inches of them. On a 6, they take D3 mortal wounds, unless they are afflicted, and then it's on a 5 or a 6, they take the D3 mortal wounds. So, obviously, if you can spread the sickness and then start dropping mortars on people's heads, you're just going to start, a domino effect of more and more damage coming through. But yeah, I like the look of this Virulent Vectorum. It's a good detachment as well for anyone who's got Death Guard but hasn't leaned too far into any particular way of playing. It's got stratagems that work for everything. So yeah, let's see how they get on, and let's have a look at Dave's Black Templars army. We've got 2,000 points of Black Templars. Dave, this is a very fancy looking army, mate. What's the story here?
So this is one of my mates' armies, Rich. I was like, I'm coming back to your house. Let's bring you a treat. Let's bring you something different that isn't, a melee Flash Terror army. So I brought you a melee Black Templar army instead.
Yeah. So your mate asked if he could have this army on the channel, and after looking at it, it's fantastic. So yeah, I've got no problem with that at all. It's absolutely fantastic army. So rules wise, I'll tell you, I'll put a little tag for whose armies they are now on screen, and we'll get into the army rule and your detachment and that, mate. So army rule.
Both moment as always, Rich.
Yep.
The detachment rule, I thought I'd spice it up,
Mm-hmm.
I know you've played against Templars a few times before, so I thought I'd use the Gottmas attachment, the one that no one ever uses.
Yes.
We'll give it a go, give it a whirl. So that's Wrathful Procession, which is such a cool name, by the way.
It is a cool name, yeah.
This attachment lets me, at the start of the battle round, I can either pick +2 movement and 1 to advance rolls, +1 strength of melee weapons, or have a 5 influence save for range attacks for my infantry. So I figured really fast Templars running across a map should be a laugh.
Yeah.
So we're going to run that.
It's got a very religious, crusadery feel to the detachment, doesn't it?
It has. I would like if I could if Chris had more models and it was more just Crusader squads, I could see me dropping nearly all the armour and just running power armour.
Yeah, it's a detachment you build into a little bit more, isn't it?
Three chaplains and Grimalda, St. Rupert Champion, and you've got just bodies running down the map. Would be cool.
So I'll tell you what, let's go into the enhancements units and characters now. So your Warlord.
Yeah, Rich. I thought I'd spice it a little bit, so I don't think there's any problems with it. So I took Grimaldus as my Warlord over Helbrecht. Grimaldus is a cool character, especially in the Helbrecht book. So I thought we'll run him as the Warlord. And he is leading a lovely big 10-man Crusader squad, kitted out for melee. So we've got 2 power fists in there, and the initiates are all got bolt pistol and chain swords.
What does Grimaldus do then?
Grimaldus does a million things, Rich. He's got his relic bearers, so they're the guys that they act like extra wounds for him, so you can allocate wounds to them. They've actually got a 3 armor save, but also while at least one of them's alive, in your command phase, you can either choose to have the unit declare a charge in the turn it advanced or fell back, which is pretty good when you've got +2 movement.
Yes.
You can have the unit have 5 up feel more pain.
As well as a 5 up invulnerable save.
Or you can have increased your armour penetration if your melee weapons by 1, which actually isn't too...
Yeah, which you could... So that could combine with your other litany of getting +1 strength as well. So they all kind of combined well with the detachment rules.
Absolutely. It's like we said earlier, it's a very chaplain-y, devouty based detachment, and his rules synergise it really nicely.
Next character.
Yeah, he had to be the High Marshal himself, Helbrecht. He's got his light there, Rich. You've got your bees, I've got a light. I'm going to flashlight you.
Who will win?
He's just a silly model at this point.
He's very powerful.
I'd want the strength characteristic of melee attacks for his Sword Brethren. The Sword Brethren that he's with are going to give him +1 damage more than likely. Crits on 5s for the unit. And then I've put a Castellan in there as well, which is like a Black Templar's version of a Lieutenant. So this squad has lethal as well, so lethal on 5s. And, just to be a bit more spicy, as it's a melee army, Rich, 30-point upgrade for the Castellan. Once per battle, they can have fights first.
Oh, you can have fights first on Helbrecht?
On Helbrecht's unit, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely terrifying. Next character?
It's the only thing you don't leave home without when you play Black Templars. It's the Emperor's Champion and another unit of Sword Brethren. Emperor's Champion is just a cool model. I actually prefer do you remember the old model they did years back, where he's...
The two-handed one?
The two-handed one.
Yes.
That's my favourite, but it's not a bad stand in that one. But
he's a pure midge though now, compared to like Primaris.
Oh, absolutely, he's absolutely tiny, but nice model, cool rules, and hopefully he's going to get to do some killing this game.
I actually have the other, what do you call it, Emperor's Champion model upstairs.
The one where he's raising the sword with one hand.
No, the one where he's stabbing the orc.
Oh,
Bayard's Revenge.
Yeah. That's a gorgeous model.
Yeah, it's class. I'm going to paint it up as a statue for a scenery set I'm doing.
That works. Yeah.
But so basically, they're going to put +1 damage onto his black sword, and you're going to kill characters.
I'm going to kill anything he touches. Precision on his weapon, and he'd go to damage 4. So, yeah.
More infantry.
So we make a joke, don't we, that if you're playing Space Marines, you don't leave home without your 5-man sticky intercessor squad at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this one, when you play back Templars, you don't leave home with at least 30 Crusaders, apparently. That seems to be the way we're going. So it's another 10-man Crusader squad kitted out for combat. 2 power fists, and the sword brother has a power weapon.
Can they scout?
They can scout, yeah.
Right, okay. And then say, whoa, go over the top of Helbrecht's unit, hello lads. And then there's another squad here.
Yeah, so I don't know what Chris was thinking, but apparently this is the back field objective holder, and he's put flamethrowers on them. So I don't really know how that works.
It's for deep strikers.
They're going to be really angry holding the objective backwards and, not...
So they've got 2 pyre flamers and a pyre pistol and shotguns and auto bolters.
Yeah. Do you remember when those pyre bosses first came out, Salmander's players just got really sad?
Oh my god, the salt. There's so much salt. Okay, so we're onto the vehicles at the back now. So this is a Brutalis, yes?
It's gorgeous. I like the Brutalis. It just looks cool. Multi-melters. It's got the Bull Fist, which is the proper way of building it, not the silly claws.
I love wrist-mounted guns. I just think they're so cool.
Wrist-mounted guns on a big Dreadnought chassis just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's going to, tear through a Land Raider or a Rhino or something heavily armoured.
Big boys at the back.
I've got the big boys at the back. That is a repulsor. I believe Grimaldus and Corral are going to jump inside that repulsor. That's Grimaldus' specific repulsor.
Yeah.
It's just a very fast, mobile, fire-based turret, and it's got the rule that if you charge me and everything's within 3 inches of the vehicle, you can just hop back in again.
And this is actually a black Templars repulsor, isn't it?
So we paid 5 points more for that multi-melter on top. Don't forget about that.
So all black Templar vehicles all pack a multi-melter on top of them just to be extra shooty for an extra 5 points, I believe, for all of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's the same. So then you've got an impulsor, which has got the assault vehicle rule.
That's the assault vehicle rule.
And then it's got a pintle-mounted multi-melter.
Yeah.
Are you running that with the missiles, or are you running it with...
It's got the shield on.
Or are you using it as a shield?
Yeah, it's always the shield on.
Okie dokes.
And that's got the Emperor's Champion and Sword Brother in there.
Okay, yeah. And then last 2 vehicles, that's obviously another repulsor kitted out. Is that exactly the same?
That's another repulsor kit, exactly the same.
Last cannons
that
and
one's for Helbrecht. Helbrecht's personal ghetto wagon.
Yes.
And then finally we've got the Gladiator Lancer, which is reach out and touch a tank with its lipstick with the Cannon of Doom.
Yeah, it's got its death lipstick. Need to watch out for that, because that's all kinds of horrendous damage from that thing, and it gets to re-roll everything as well, doesn't it?
It does indeed, yeah.
Terrifying tank, that.
And that's my 2k.
That's 2,000 points. Let's get into the game. Let's see how they do. Okay, so here's the mission and the deployment. We're playing Tipping Point, not the TV show. It's on where you've got the shortboard edges, but you've got like sort of a slightly longer deployment zone in one half. Then you've got Adapt or Die. That's the mission rule. That's where you can reshuffle your cards that you draw for your secondary. You can do that twice in the game and shuffle a card back into the deck. And then we're playing Linchpin. That's where if you hold your home objective, it makes the other objectives worth more. So the home objective is worth 3. Every other objective is worth 3. Unless you hold your home objective, then all those other ones become worth 5. Yep. So as far as we've got objective in the green deployment zone, there's another one next to this furnace. Obviously there's an objective bank centre next to the drill, and then there's one on the other side of this big furnace building with a generator on top, and then over near these red containers at the back is another objective. Now basically what happened when I was editing the video is I just lost the beginning of turn 1 for the Death Guard. So basically what happened is I drew containment and behind enemy lines, but you can redraw that turn 1. I drew marked for and then I drew marked for death. Then I used my reshuffle from Adapt or Die, and ended up with Bring It Down. Not great, and I've got 1 CP. And then basically Death Guard were in this deployment zone here. Dave and the Black Templars are on this deployment zone over here. I won, obviously because I've got my cards, I won the roll off for turn 1 for the Death Guard, and basically the rest of the footage is just from the middle of my shooting phase. It continues on from a Blight Hauler, which is behind this building, shooting at a repulsor behind there. All that you've basically missed is a Land Raider, which is here, shot and took a couple of wounds off a repulsor. Rest of my Death Guard moved up this way, fired some bees at some Crusaders, and then I'll, the magic of editing, whoa, continue on with the game now. So those legs of the hauler, he's going to launch a missile at that repulsor. He hits because he gets +1 to hit. Oh wait, no, he gets... Oh, that's the worst thing I could have rolled. That's the worst thing he could have rolled. He re-rolls ones and he's get... Ah, oh, damn it. Stupid smoke.
From Aerosmith.
It's just going to be the Rhino's going to do a little bit. It'll try with open its hatch up and try and do some damage to the repulsor. But let's face it, I'm not getting bring it down this turn. Okay, that's the end of Death Guard turn 1. I didn't really achieve much that turn, but I did do containments. I got me 6 points, and then those 2 get reshuffled back into the deck. That one I'm just going to get rid of, to be honest with you, so I can get a CP. So going into Dave's turn, I'll be on 3 CP. So it's Black Templars turn 1. Okay, turn 1 for the Black Templars. Dave's only got 1 CP because he spent 1 last turn. Right, so you drew Cull the Horde, which you can do because my Terminator's got 30 wounds.
Yep.
So you were about to chuck it, but it can be done against my army. Normally against Poxwalkers, but the Terminators count as well. But that's easier said than done. You used your reshuffle ability from the mission rule to get Storm Hostile Objective. Much better, take an objective off of me. Then you also drew Behind Enemy Lines, which you're allowed to just reshuffle because it says that on the card in turn 1, but you've drawn Sabotage. And I don't know what it is, Dave, every time that you draw Sabotage in our games, you always come up with some cool little narrative-y thing about what's actually happening with the Sabotage.
I mean, it actually pains me that I'm spending this many points to sabotage a vehicle, but come on over it, just have a look. So
this cargo hauler
is
just outside the deployment zone, so
he's now being sabotaged by Brutalis Dreadnought. I like to think rather than placing demo charges, he's just crushing it into a very small cube.
Yes. Throw it at someone. So that's Sabotage getting done at the back of the board.
It is indeed, yeah.
And then what else is happening?
We've Helbrecht and his Sword Brethren and his Castellan have jumped out of his repulsor with the +2 movement from the detachment rule I've got for this term. They're pretty nippy. 8 movement after jumping out of vehicles, pretty good.
Yes, it's very nippy.
They're looking to... I can't decide to either go for the Rhino or the Pox. I think the Pox maybe just trying to take the objective off you.
Yep.
It's quite naughty.
The objective's over this side, isn't it?
That side, yes, it's a longer charge.
So you need to whip over this side to get the Storm Hostile Objective.
I put my Oathbolt marker on your Land Raider.
Yeah.
The Repulsor didn't like being las cannons, so you're about to get 1 million las cannons and a laser destroyer fired back at you.
Yeah, there's a laser destroyer all the way over the... I didn't realise I poked my head and I can see that lipstick sticking out over there.
On the plus side, you've got CP for smoke. It should be good.
That'll stop the over moment.
Yeah.
And then, whoa, sorry anyone who's just thrown up as I do this. Then over this side...
It wouldn't be a Black Templar's turn 1, Rich, if I didn't do some kind of charge with it, so...
Zombies versus Crusader squad.
Zombies versus Crusaders.
Who do you think's going to win?
Zombies versus crew cuts, to be honest with you. Look at the heads.
Ball cuts, yeah. Shooting phase?
Sure.
Let's do it. Dave he's not really starting the shooting phase. We did some bolt pistols and things off camera. All that happened was High Marshal Helbrecht took 2 wounds off my Blight Hauler with his funky combi weapon. So next up, Dave's Gladiator, Lancer, taking on my Land Raider. I'm popping smoke, so I'm down to 2 CP. Take it away.
We're going to fire the Laser Destroyer and the once per game. It hasn't got a killer, it's the guns, ignore me.
Yeah.
So, Laser Destroyer. 3s normally. I am heavy, so down 2s, kind of moved.
Yeah.
Up the 3s with your smoke.
Okay.
Hits them both.
Okay.
Strength 14, so 3s.
Okay.
Wounds them both, Rich.
Uh-oh.
I think this is -3 or 4.
See what I roll.
Big number.
Stop 1 gets through. There you go.
Very nice.
So I rolled a 6 and a 1. You get to roll your damage and you get a reroll.
Get a reroll as well.
D6 plus 4?
D6 plus 3.
Oh, 3, okay.
So I think I'm going to reroll that for 3.
Okay, yeah.
It's different dice now.
Fair play, yeah.
Ooh, 6 damage, Rich.
6 damage down to 10.
That's all it's shooting. Hasn't got anything else, unfortunately.
And you've got 2 repulsors.
2 repulsors. We'll do Gravelis first.
Yes.
He will fire the last Talon, the last Cannon, and the Hunter Killer. The one to begin with.
Hunter Slayer.
Hunter Slayer. Last Talon. So this is 4s. Reroll because of off the moment.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes, the smoke worked.
Strength 10, so 5s.
Yes.
Nothing.
Okay.
The Twin Glass Cannon hits.
Yes.
This is 4s. Wounds minus 2 because of cover.
So 4+. No, gets through.
D6 plus 1. 6.
It's down to 4. 4 wounds on the Land Raider. Ooh.
Hunter Slayer.
Oh, he's got a Hunter Slayer.
The Hunter
Hits on a 2.
Hits on a 2. Well, hits on 3 because of your smoke. Hits it.
Damn.
His strength is 14. So 3.
No.
Wounds minus 3. Minus 2.
No, it gets through.
Oh.
What's that? +2?
Plus 1.
+1, so it's got a wound.
Oh no, we're not having that, Rich. We're not having
Oh,
that.
he's using a CP reroll. He's going to
We're
roll a 1.
that.
No,
5.
Land Raider's down. Didn't explode.
Boom.
We've got dudes inside. Who are fine.
They don't care.
Helbrecht's repulsor is going for the Rhino, because obviously if you pop the Rhino, then Helbrecht can charge the juicy units.
Yeah.
So we'll take it away.
Last Talon's Rich.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Okay.
Wounds.
Yep.
You get cover save, so nice.
Get through.
7.
7 damage off it. It's got 3 wounds remaining.
Heavy last, the big last cannon.
Yeah.
Misses.
Okay.
And then the multi-melter I think is probably in range, but not half range.
I don't know. Oh yeah, that should be in range. Yeah, of course.
So,
I'm thinking about the other one.
yeah, we're in range, but
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
it's not half range.
I was thinking about the other repulsor.
So 3s. It's 1.
Yep.
4s.
Yep.
Doesn't win.
Okay. Then
You want to say?
it's got a bunch of piddly guns, hasn't
A
it?
bunch of piddly guns.
Okay, Dave fired the defensive array on the repulsor, and actually I failed both my armor saves because it's obviously me rolling dice. So the Rhino's actually got a wound remaining. So that's all your shooting phase done with, mate. So you've got some charges. Who's charging where?
Helbrecht's going to go for the Pox and the Rhino. I'm going to greed because I want to kill that Rhino as well.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
So, okay. Anyone else charging?
the Crusader squad into your Pox.
Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
All right, okay. You want to roll for group? What's his face? Helbrecht.
Yeah. Do not fail this, please. He's fine.
No, they're fine. And then your Crusader squad.
Yeah. They live
Big, yeah. Sweet. We'll charge them in. So over here, Helbrecht and his sword brethren have moved up to the gantry, and some of them have engaged the Rhino. And then over this side of the battlefield, the Crusader squad charged in, wrapped around the zombies. Then I spent 1 CP to heroically intervene with Lord Typhus. So he's charged in, and I've got 1 CP left. Dave's got no CP left. So it's over to combat. Where would you like to start? Dave's decided to start first with Helbrecht, and at the start of the combat phase, you have to roll for Helbrecht. It doesn't say it's because of his lantern, but I like to imagine it's because he's holding up his lantern to try and burn the impure. And he burnt 3 of the impure, but my poxwalkers, because they are the workers from this facility, are still some of them still have their PPE on. So I actually made 3 feel no pains for the poxwalkers. I was like, they've got their hard hats burnt and the worky boots.
Remember, always wear PPE while on site.
You always wear your PPE just in case a Space Marine tries to melt you with his lantern. So next up, you're going to roll your attacks. I don't think it's going to take much to kill that Rhino, mate. And then I imagine Helbrecht will probably scythe down all the zombies.
I'd like to think so.
Funnily enough, Helbrecht and his sword brethren chopped down all the zombies and killed the Rhino. Oh wait, one of these is dead. Oh yeah, he's over there. Yeah, one of the Plague Marines died getting out of the Rhino, and the Rhino did not explode. I did contemplate auto-exploding it, but then I realised I would damage my hauler and it's already been wounded. So Dave's choosing not to pile in because he gets his Storm hostile objective because he's captured that. So now we're going to go over to Typhus and the zombies battling the Crusaders. Right, next up, this massive Crusader squad. Dave, take it away. Dave is choosing to entirely focus upon the 10-man squad at the front. Oh, it's actually 9-man at the now because you shot one of them with your Pyre pistol, burnt him unalive. Or what is he? Who knows?
We killed him again.
Gonna kill him again. These normally freeze to hit, but because of the gift of Nurgle, you are hitting on 4s.
Pestilence are everywhere. Can't see. Flies in the way.
Flies in my eyes.
Beans everywhere.
So 4s to wound.
4s.
So from chainswords, 9 feel no pain.
Oh, good.
That's 4, so it's 5 of them dead, there's 4 left. And you've got
2 power fists.
2 power fists.
So 4s. Ooh. And then 2s. 3 fill things now.
Alright, I'll just roll 3 dice. Then I'll roll that one again. 3 more dead. Is that them all? No, there's 1 left.
I've got the marshal. The,
sword master or sword?
Sword brethren, I think.
Sword brother?
That's the one.
We got there, and you just keep saying different words with sword.
The sword man. 4 with power.
The sword swallower.
Hits 1. Is there only 1 guy left?
Yeah.
Excellent. Strength 5, so 3. Wounds it.
Is he damage 1 or 2?
Damage 1 there.
Oh, feel the pain. No, he felt pain.
Stop.
Got anime sliced in half. Typhus and his poxwalkers have now piled in. Typhus's attacks. He's got 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. That's 5 hits. 5 wounds. He's -2, I believe. Yes.
What we'll do, mate, is we've got 4. I call them neophytes.
Neophytes, yeah.
So these will be 6-ups. You kill 3 of them. And
Right
then,
in the ball cut.
And the one that passed, I'll do the last one you caused to him. You kill all the neophytes.
So all the neophytes are dead. Next up, the poxwalkers are onto the what they call initiates.
5s and 6s.
2 lethals and 4s to wound because obviously I've knocked the toughness down. Oh, nice. That's 6 saves but no AP on these attacks.
Oh, it's lethal.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got 6 there, which is only 5 dice.
Cheating. No, the freak save. If you fail 2 of these, I'll get a new poxwalker.
Oh. You can have no new poxwalkers.
I'm not taking those dice back off you. they're my Iron Warrior dice, then. Okay, at the end of turn 1 for the Black Templars, Dave scored 4 points, but he's got another 3 points pending because sabotage is complete at the end of my turn. So if I manage to do something about that Brutalis that's folding up that truck. So yeah, that's done. You got 4 points. Helbrecht got that, and Brutalis is working on it. So like, folding the truck up.
Is it like a scrapyard? He's just picking up the car, folding it in half, putting it down again.
Death Guard turn 2. Okay, turn 2 for the Death Guard. I've got Storm Hostile Objective, which is the same one Dave's just had, so I'm going to try and take that objective back, basically. And then I've got Defend Stronghold, that's keep hold of my home objective. I've got 10 Terminators sat on it, so I'm on it. Right, here's what's happening. Typhus, he's still fighting the Crusader squad, who are holding that objective round there. My Plague Burst Crawler has moved here so it can get line of sight through the legs of the building at the rear end, giggity, at that repulsor over there. Like I said, Terminators are staying where they are. My Lord of Virulence will mark a target in the shooting phase. And then, whoa, come round all the way over here. Here's what's happening. Right, Death Shroud Terminators have dropped in, 6 inches away from Helbrecht and 9 inches away from the Crusaders and the repulsor. Now I'm probably going to do a repeat of what I did in the last game with Dave, where I'm going to end up shooting and killing the people within 6 inches and I'll fail a charge. But if all the Sword Brethren are dead, I'll take that. Now, the Arc Contaminator enhancement on my Malignant Plague Caster means I get to reroll wounds when shooting or fighting, as long as I control an objective. So 2 of my Plague Marines hopped up the ladder, jumped on the top. I now have higher OC on that objective, which means I control it, so I'm getting so I don't have to do it with a stratagem. My Hauler, he's just going to take on the tanks.
I'm going to pick start a battle round Rich, 5 influence, safe infantry.
So all,
range.
Yeah, that's from your litany, yeah?
Well, it means, yeah.
The Plague Marines jumped out from behind the containers. The reason why is because the Plague Marines are going to target the repulsors. Because
Galaxy brings this.
Well, not all of them. Some of them will probably shoot across it in Helbrecht as well. But as long as 2 of the Marines tag the 2 repulsors, when my Plague Burst mortar hits that, because they'll be afflicted by the Plague Marine shots, there's a chance on a 5 up they'll take mortal wounds on top of, so I might be able to basically chip them down with, like, I'll have the entropy cannons, the multi-melters from him, then the mortal wound potential damage from the mortar. I might be able to, plus the Terminators, take out maybe one of the repulsors this turn. That's That's the plan. So pick on Helbrecht, try and take out the repulsor. Let's see how we do. First things first, for the shooting phase, my Lord of Virulence is picking High Marshal Helbrecht as his target for the Blight bombardments. So that's the target, and then shooting phase, you've got to start with your Plague Marines. You'd normally start with your Rhino, but the Rhino's dead. Or Defilers. Defilers are the one you start with as well in this new Codex.
You never start with Defilers, they're awful.
Not in this Codex.
They look awful.
Oh, they do look awful, yeah. And then, so the Plague Marines are both going to start the shooting phase off. Like I say, one of them each will target the repulsors to afflict them. So I'll start with this squad. To start off the shooting phase, we've got the champion and a bolt gun will go for this repulsor here. So the blue.
Put smoke on the one that's wounded rich.
Yeah, the blue dice is a plasma gun. So I've hit it twice. I didn't do any damage, but it is now afflicted. And then the other plasma gun will go for Helbrecht squad. I'm not overcharging. 2 hits, 1 wound, mate.
-2, yeah?
Yeah, but -1 because you're shooting through the cover.
To fail what?
Yeah, 1 damage, mate.
2 damage.
And then a blight launcher gets 3 shots because blast.
Yep.
Hitting on a 3, but I get the re-roll.
All your dice.
Yeah, because of the Lord of Virulence.
And it's 2.
Yes, it is. That's 2 wounds.
4. Pass one fail on.
It just kills off the injured. Kills off the injured. Sword Brethren will be, funnily enough, the one closest to my Death Shroud.
How did you know this?
This must be psychic, I think. Next up, we'll have the other squad of Plague Marines. They'll put the full payload, apart from a couple of bolt guns, will go for the other repulsor.
No grenade strategy.
I've got 2 CP. Grenades might be a shout, like.
You do like grenades?
Let me have a think. I'm going to do that squad of Plague Marines are going to do grenades, and then the squad of Terminators I'm going to use a stratagem called Creeping Blight. So as long as they target a unit that is afflicted, the only thing they can really, well, they can see Helbrecht, but they'll probably go for the rear of that repulsor. They get a reroll hits and they get a reroll wounds, which is amazing.
So now because I've got smoke on that unit as well, so you
Yeah.
negated that.
Yeah, you might end up getting more lethal hits. But that, anyway, so I'll throw some grenades at Helbrecht squad. Have a grenade, sir. Only 2 mortal wounds to them.
Only, yep.
And now I'll start shooting. So that squad will be re-rolling 1s to hit, apart from the blast weapons, and they've got sustained hits because of the Plague Caster, and the re-rolling wounds because they control the objective because of the Plague Caster's enhancement. Let's get it on. Yeah, the Plague Marines. I fired 2 bolt guns at the other repulsor. Hit it, didn't do any damage, but it's afflicted.
Do the flame or something. I've got 1 damage.
I got 1 wound left. So Spewer, try and spew on that injured, whatever he's called, Sword Brethren. Yeah, he's injured twice, that's -1.
4.
No, we don't melt him, we don't melt him. Plasma gun from the sergeant. He missed, but I'll get a reroll 1s. And he hit. 2. Oh, no, 1.
He feels like
-2, yeah, so he's dead. And then we've got 2 melter guns. They both hit, 2s. Both of them get through.
No save, I don't believe.
No saves, so D6 for the first one, D6 for the second one. It's 2 melted Sword Brethrens. What else we got left in the squad? Not much, I don't think. Oh, I've got a blight launcher.
Your blight launcher. 2 shots.
That would be 2 shots plus blast, so 1 extra.
Yep.
Reroll them because blast. I still missed. Well done.
2s.
2s. Yep. -1.
Yeah. He's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Then we've got the Plague Caster himself. He'll do the what you call it, focus witch fire. So he gets D6 plus 3. So he gets 9. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
It's like speed.
Let me just check. I can't remember if it's torrent or not. I'll roll the dice and then I'll check. Let's check. Just remember I'd sustained hits. Never mind. Let's continue. That's 9 -2 saves from the psychic power.
1 damage each, yeah?
No, it's D3 damage each.
Right, okay, so we have to just read slowly. So, Blade Guard, 5 fails it. 2 hits
Who
damage.
takes
1. Right, 5 passes. 5 fails. Next D3.
Oh, no, die, damn it!
5 fails, right.
Oh, so he
that's
died,
him
so
dead.
it's him dead.
And that was 4 used up. And I've got another 5 to go, yeah?
Yep.
So now we go over to the Marshal.
Yes.
So he's on a 5 as well. Fine.
Oh, the Castellan, you
sorry,
mean?
Castellan, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so he takes 3.
5 up. Fails it. He dies out of real.
Oh, he dies. He takes 5 damage, yeah. So
And last but not least,
3 onto Helbrecht.
3 on Helbrecht.
Ooh.
Helbrecht's choke 4, so...
Yeah, so 4 invulnerables.
He doesn't care.
He's so pure. He
doesn't care.
the lantern, like, holds the lantern up and just burns away all the fart smoke coming out of his mouth. Just Helbrecht left. Obviously, he's burning away the smoke from the playcaster, so I've screwed over my charge for my death shot again. It's becoming a thing. So they're just going to use their squirty gauntlets all over Helbrecht instead. That is
12?
something like that. Yeah, 12, mate. 4s to wound Helbrecht. Squirty squirt. So that's 4. 5.
5. Ippy...
0.
0. Well, he's very pure, mate, so his takes 1.
He takes a wound.
Yes.
We'll have to do this in combat with him. Next up, almost forgot, have some bees. Uh-oh. Yes, you get D6 bees, sir. 5 bees, which means that's 2 and a bit space means dead, which means I get 2 poxwalkers back. Lovely jubbly.
I think you need a bee, mate.
Next up, my Plague Burst Crawler, who's going to fire through at the in smoke repulsor, so have 2 entropy cannons. 1 missed, 1 hit, so your smoke saved you there from one of them. Yeah, it did. Didn't do any damage to you either. Mortar onto your head. Ooh, nice. Did it again. So it's 6 plus 3. Hitting on 4s. Oh,
Is it lethal?
That's a lethal and 2 hits. And 2 more wounds on top of that.
-1, isn't it?
-1, but you got cover, so you're back to 3s.
Oh.
Yes, you take 4 damage. Right, now then. The Plague Burst Crawler rule. So, I'll come around here with some dice.
Sure.
So that repulsor's been hit.
Yes.
So it's afflicted because of my Plague Marines.
Yep.
So on a 5 or 6, you take D3 mortal wounds. You take 1 mortal wound.
Nice.
So you're down to 6. This impulsor is not afflicted, so it'll only take it on a 6. Oh, damn, I meant I was rolling for him. So, and that is afflicted, so I roll for the other repulsor. No, he didn't get affected. Would have been on a 5 up.
It was almost Galaxy Brain Flare.
Yeah, it was almost amazing. But I've got 3 shots on the Rot Hail. Just a lethal hit on it. So there's 1 armor save for your repulsor.
He's fine.
He's fine. Right now, the Terminators will try and finish the job. Terminators, Reaper, auto cannon will start. Oh wait, no. Before I do that, any of that, there was a CP for grenades. Put me down to 1, and then get rid of the last one for creep and blight. As long as they target an afflicted unit, which that is, I get a reroll hit and I get a reroll wounds. So I'm going to do 1,000,001 of rerolls here. So
do the Reaper on camera, because the Reaper's going to be cool.
Reaper.
Fish for your sustains. Go. Nice.
That'll do us. So that gets me 2 extra.
Yep.
And then they get a reroll wound. So do I fish for Dev?
5 and 6.
That's 5 and 6.
You might as well fish.
Oh no! 2 saves.
He's fine.
We'll get him. We'll get him. See, this is why Defilers are quite good, because Defilers remove cover off what they hit.
You're not going to sell it to me. The model is...
No, you've got to convert one first. So after the Terminators are done shooting, the stupid Repulsor's still alive. It's got 2 wounds remaining. Tough little buggers, aren't they? So next up, charges.
Helbrecht's in danger.
Helbrecht is in danger. You know what? My Death Shroud, though, I'm going to roll for them. Death Shroud all the way over there. They've got a 9-inch charge, that Crusader squad that you've got flamers on at the back end. Ooh. Might as well go for it.
Go for it, man.
Need a 9. Oh, yeah! And then, obviously, my Plague Caster was an inch away from Helbrecht. Yeah, they step forward, roll a 7, Nurgle's number. Let's dive on Helbrecht. And that's all my charges, I believe. Got a combat over there, but the Crusaders will strike first, so let's get it on. The other issues about having such dense terrain is I was moving my Plague Marines into Helbrecht, and I totally forgot I had a hauler hidden behind this obscuring terrain. It was obscuring from me. So what he's going to do is he's going to put his multi-melter into the repulsor with full wounds and its missile launcher into the injured one. So I might be able to finish off the injured repulsor, actually.
2's on the multi-melter, 3's on the missile?
Yes. So 1 hit onto the full wounds repulsor. Oh wait, that's +1 to wound. Oh wait, it still doesn't get it.
No, it does.
No, it's
9.
Yeah.
So 5. Oh, it's 4.
Yeah. And I didn't get the tank either. Oh, you useless bugger. What a muppet. Right, hopefully combat goes much better than that. Start the combat phase with the Plague Marines jumping all over Helbrecht. We'll do the big weapons first. The blue dice are the Power Fist, the other ones are the heavy Plague weapons. They're all lethal hits. The Power Fist hits on freeze, typical. So it's 2 lethals and 2 hits. They've all wounded. They're all damaged 2, but you're on your invulnerable save.
4s.
He is
well vetted.
Absolutely hacked to pieces by big rusty cleavers. And Dave remembered his lantern but rolled a 1, probably because some Plague Marine volleyed it. Boomf. Next up, Lord Damien and his Death Shroud. Now he's got +1 attack and +1 strength from his enhancement, and he has lance and sustained hits as while he's leading the unit.
And dev wounds from your enhancement. And
he's got dev wounds. So 6 attacks. Ooh. Of course he didn't roll any 6s. What an absolute puddinhead he is. 2s. And he didn't roll any 6s to wound either. God, what is it with me in dice rolls? Over to you, mate.
4 initiates, they're on the 6-up saves.
Yeah.
Pass 2, and the other initiate dies. So you kill 3 initiates.
Initiate, you mean neophytes?
Neophytes, sorry.
Yeah, you mean neophytes. Right, the Death Shroud. Okay, can the Death Shroud actually roll a 6? You can roll 2 6s. Full so far, then this is the hits. These are on 2s. Ooh.
That's a good one.
Hey! That's 11 5-up saves for the squad.
I'm not feeling confident about this, Rich. 5s.
Maybe you should know. So you just lost 7 more.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. That is...
Is that a dead squad?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On the nose.
Alright, cool. They'll just pile into the repulsor.
Ooh.
So you get to burn them with your exhaust. Next up, Dave's Crusader squad charging into the zombies, trying to make their way to Typhus. Sword.
3s normally, 4s because of your contagion.
Yep. Well, you've actually got double -1 because of the Typhus gives you -1 as well.
Extra -1s.
So many bees, so many flies.
1 up -1, mate.
Alright, feel my pain. He felt pain and died. Power Fists.
Some really... actually, we'll do the Power Weapon first. I'm trying to say the Power Fist to get to Typhus with.
Yeah, fair.
Hits 1.
Yep.
Doesn't wound.
Okay.
Guess we're fisting...
Fisting zombies.
4s.
Coming straight to DVD. Yep.
2. 2, mate.
Yeah, take out 2 more.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
Okay, 2 zombies at the front. We'll try and take out that injured initiate and turn him into a poxwalker. Join us. Oh, only 1 hit. It's enough.
Oh,
Join us.
I've seen this show
Join us. No. Oh, well, Typhus. Fine, I'll do it myself.
I've got a PP on me, can't let me.
Oh. I'm trying my best for these dice rolls.
Is he lethal?
Oh, that was a lethal. Doesn't matter, they all go through anyway.
5's missing?
Yes.
Kill 2.
2 more of them go down. Sticking around. Okay, end of turn 2 for the Death Guard. I'm on 13 points. I've done Storm Hostile Objective. I should put a little asterisk next to there because Defence Stronghold is pending. So Storm Hostile Objective, I've done. Get out of here, 4 points. And then Dave completed his sabotage. That truck is completely crushed by the Brutalis. So get 1 CP. It's over to Dave's turn 2 for the Black Templars. Time for a counter-attack. I'm back. It's not Dave's turn yet. I'm looking at this Defence Stronghold and my 1 CP. And this detachment has Disgusting Resilient for shooting phase or fight phase, -1 damage. And there's Grimaldus here and an Emperor's Champion in there. And I've got my Death Shroud, you know, ready and waiting. The pants are fully down around their ankles. So I'm thinking I need the CP, so I can either pop that or I've got more options like Overwatch or potentially something like that. So I'm actually going to get rid of Defence Stronghold. That's why I never put that asterisk there. See, I must have known. That's gone. I'm up to 2 CP. I can now pop either Interrupt or I can do Disgusting Resilient. I've got it up my sleeve now. something for Dave to think about. Now it's Dave's turn 2. Yeah, turn 2 for the Black Templars. Dave, you've got no CP. You'll explain why in a second, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
You've got overwhelming force. That's good. That's kill my units off objectives and score points. Then you drew containment, but Black Templars, one of the major vows of the Black Templars is that they do not do secondaries, yeah?
We do not do
secondaries. Thou shalt not do secondaries.
Thou shalt not score points.
Yes. So you shuffled it, and with your the mission rule, and you got marked for death. Yes. I picked the Terminators, the Plague Burst Mortar, and Typhus. So what's happening, mate?
Well, as soon as you picked Typhus, a red Emperor's Mist flew over my face, and I was like, well, I've got to throw everything at him. The Emperor's Champion Sword Brethren got the Impulsor. We're going to have a go at Oathmum, killing the Oathmum target, which is your Death Shroud and Lord of Contagion.
Yes.
Because that's two kills on.
Yeah, that'd be 2 for that'd get you maximum for overwhelming force.
The Impulsor, once he's dropped his cargo, drove to the drill to try and score that objective.
Yep.
Or at least hold it down with the other Repulsor. We rolled a 1 hour advance chart, so start of hand phase, Grimaldus put himself with a stratagem into the +2 movement oath rather than the 5 up field 5 up.
Did you not get it as well?
No, just instead of.
That's weird, because the other detachment allows you to have both the vows, doesn't it?
It's probably why they play that attachment, not this one.
Yeah.
The Dreadnought walked up. We did an advance roll for Grimaldus because he picked Advance in Charge as his relic ability. Rolled a 1, which was great. You reminded me that
Crusader Squad's getting
re-rolled it, so we re-rolled it into 2 because we're good at that.
Yeah.
The Lancers turned up because I feel like if I can clean the box off with the Brutalis shooting,
yeah,
you might just take a lovely Lancer destroy your face for the Typhus.
Take a lipstick to the face.
Yeah, and that. And then
I've been there. At what?
then once he dropped his cargo off the Grimaldus party bus,
The 2 wounds, yeah.
2 wounds, just drove up to the objective and went, well, I want it, it's mine now, thank you.
Shooting phase.
Shooting phase, man.
Off this repulsor that's locked in combat with Lord Damien. Bring it on.
3's normally, 4's come in combat, or contagion.
Or contagion. Pick your poison.
So, 4's the last talons. Reroll it because you're automated. Into the 1 hit. Only strength 10, so 3's.
Yes.
Ooh.
Tough cookie.
The big las cannon. Can hit. Can hit.
Uh-oh.
Still need 3's.
Yes.
Wounds.
Got it.
Invulnerable.
4+ invulnerable save. No. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Take 2 damage.
Yeah, they've got 4 wounds each, so that's a half-dead Death Shroud. What's up next? Defensive array? Or the multi-melters?
I feel like you're going to tank a lot of it, so... Multi-melters, Rich.
Multi-melters.
4's. Reroll. Hit them both.
Oh, awful moment.
3's. Wounds 1.
Can you kill that injured Death Shroud? You cannot. He's a tanky boy. Defensive array.
4's.
All the mini turrets. In the action here, for my nerdy friends out there, do any of you remember that in the arcades, back when like Time Crisis was big, they brought out one, I think it was called Crisis Zone, and you had an MP5 on the game. On the game instead, it had lots of destructible stuff, and one of the bosses in one of the arenas you could play in the arcades, the boss was a tank, and the tank was completely covered in armour plates and turrets, so you could shoot all the armour plates and all the individual turrets, and that's always reminded me of the Repulsor and Repulsor Executioner. Hit me up in the chat if you remember that game, because it was awesome. Anyway.
This is the rerolls.
This is the rerolls. I was just talking about that game while he was rolling his dice. I absolutely loved it.
Take a whole 4 AP0.
4, eh? It's enough to kill that injured Death Shroud. Oh, I'm throwing dice all over. I failed 1. Alright, so he's down to a wound.
He's down to a wound. That's very good.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Next up, the other Repulsor, the Crisis Zone boss tank. He's going for my Terminators. Bring it on.
Oh, the Lance Talons. It hits on 4s because I'm bracketed, corrupted, take your pick.
Yeah. It's falling to bits.
Hits them both.
Oh, he's not that bothered.
Doesn't care. Strength 10s or 3s. Wounds 1 there.
Yep. Gets through the Terminator armour.
Can I kill one this time? Just take 5.
Yes, so you take out the Terminator. Big las cannon.
Big las cannon. Hits.
Yep. No.
Wounds, strength 12.
I'm toughness 7 now.
Oh, curses. Luckily, I'm twin linked.
Yep.
Take that.
Oh. I will not take that, sir. Multi-melters, 1 hit, 1 miss.
And this is 5.
Freeze. Oh, can you tank another multi-melter? Yes, he can! Terminators, baby. Oh, we big stompy boys. It's just another defensive array.
So you're talking about? Oh, the guns.
Oh.
That was good. I will take 4 each.
Oh. There, they bounce off.
Yeah.
Terminators.
Curses.
Next up, Brutalis. Lead me to the slaughter. Into Typhus.
My Primaris bolt rifles on his wrists.
Yep.
Hits 2 of them. And strength 4, so 4s. 2 at -1, mate.
Yep, so you take out 2 poxwalkers. Wrist guns. Stubber on its roof. And like we said, is that thing got sustained hits?
If only. If only.
Well, as we know, no 2 stubbers are the same in the 41st millennium.
This one is twin linked though.
But this one is twin linked, right? Okay.
4s. And then we'll roll those again. And we'll just hand you 5 save if he's evil on it. But you've got cover, so have a 6 t-shirt save.
6 up t-shirt save. I save 2 a zombie, and then I save another zombie. So 3 more zombies go down. Brains. Okay, he's got 2 multi-melter nipples, and I've got 2 zombies. So that's a nipple each.
Hits one of them. There's wounds. Wounds.
All right, that's a lot of damage. How much damage is that?
3.
So if I roll 3, feel no pain. Oh! He nearly suckled that multi-melter nipple. Just leaves Typhus with the Rick and Morty poxwalker to tank the lipstick and rest of the firepower off the Lancer. So obviously you're going to try and get rid of him with those Templars bolters first, right?
Oh no, we're going to fire the big laser strike.
No, I think you should, yeah.
But we've got this in the bag, mate. So
just fire the Gyarados hyper beam at the one zombie.
This is a pair of shoes left on the floor.
yeah. It's PPE.
We'll do the frag storms, so it's 2d6 with blast, but blast doesn't matter.
Yeah.
10.
10 shots. Get rid of that Rick and Morty poxwalker. Get out of here.
3s.
And 4s.
And then 4s, mate. 2, but you get t-shirts as well.
Yep. There. He goes down. I should really roll separate there, shouldn't I? So I'll just do a 2 up armor save. Yeah, Typhus is alright. So, Typhus versus the Lipstick of Doom.
Please do not make 2 4-ups here. It's absolutely cripple me.
Roll it.
Right. Laser Destroyer. Reroll the hit rolls. I'm allowed to do that. It's 2.
Okay.
It's strength 14, so
2.
I feel like
2s.
it's 2s. Wounds on both. 2 in 1 saves, Rich, please.
2 4-up saves for Typhus. He makes 1, fails 1. What's the damage of that?
D6 plus 3.
Roll a 1, please. Oh, you can even re-roll that, can't you?
Damage.
Oh, no! Typhus dies!
9.
No, the bee! All shoot and done with, and then Dave's just rolled an 8 for the charge. The Emperor's Champion is going to take on the Lord of Contagion in his Death Shroud. Let's get it on. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, 2 CP. Disgustingly resilient on the Death Shroud. So any attacks coming in at them are -1 damage, which, you know, it just means it's going to be taking more Sword Brethren attacks to chop down each Death Shroud. See how it goes.
Sword Brethren are going to get +1 damage, obviously.
+1 damage. Yep, so Sword Brethren pick +1 damage. Let's see how they get on. Claws first, because I have a Death Shroud on 1 wound.
Correct. So, 3s normally, 4s because you're contagion.
Yes.
You're all from Morton though, Philippe. So 4s.
Rough.
Hits 4, sorry.
Yep.
Only strength 5, mate.
Yes, a wound on 5s are rerolls because you've got lightning claws. This kitty's got claws.
And that's 4
You
saves.
can stop using those black dice, you.
-2, mate.
4s. Yeah, so you kill him and injure another one.
Aha!
Who's next?
Who is next? Let's do the Thunderhammer, Rich.
You're doing the Thunderhammer next, okay?
Why not?
Yep, let's do it.
So, this is 3 sword to 4s. Both Warhammer kicks in. It's been 2 hits.
Yep.
And this is only strength 8, mate.
So freeze.
Freeze, but 6 is a dev. Ooh, that makes a 3. Can I have that?
No, see, the Thunder Hammer does nothing. It was one of those little squeaky hammers.
It's not turned on, that's a problem.
Our 2 normal power weapons.
So these are 3s up to 4s. So reroll all the filled hits, which is a lot. That's better.
Yep.
And these are strength 5, so again we're looking for 5s, mate. Just 2, please, at -2.
Okay, 4-ups. Make one, fail one. That's a Death Shroud down to 2 wounds because they go up to damage 2, back down to 1 because of the strat. So now you've got your Master Crafted power weapon,
which hits on 2 for some reason.
Okay, because Master Crafted, that's why.
Yeah, well, that's extra damage as well, so who knows? So 2 to the 3s. I'll reroll that and that. To hit 3 of them.
Yes.
And then we're praying for 3 5s and 6s here.
Yeah.
Take 1 though.
It's enough to kill the Death Shroud off. It is not enough, so that's 1 Death Shroud on 1 wound and 1 dead. So, last up, the Emperor's Champion. There's a Death Shroud on 1 wound, there's a Death Shroud on full wounds, and while my Lord of Contagion is in a squad of Death Shroud, he has a 4+ feel no pain.
So, we are 2s, so we've got hitting on 2s first.
3s.
3s, thank you.
Not that it made any difference, he's the Emperor's Champion, cares not for that sort of nonsense. So he doesn't get anything when he rolls 6s are out.
I wish.
Right, okay.
He's strength 8.
Yes.
Doesn't have wound when he's fighting a character unit.
Okay.
So it should be 2s.
Yes.
And I'll work out if we're in position or not. So that's all.
Beautiful, beautiful work.
These would be damage 4, but down to 3 because of your what's it called?
Yep.
Strat. You know that. Just take them on the unit.
Take them on the unit. Okay, so the first 3. You kill off the Death Shroud and put 1 on a 1 wound.
Yep.
Who then dies.
So that's both of them gone, is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
And then 2 for my Lord, who fails them both, I believe.
That's 6 damage, but you get the other thing still. It's the same.
Yep. So he takes 3 wounds.
Sam, cool.
So my Lord of Contagion is half dead and his bodyguard is gone. And my Lord of Contagion will now strike back. He's got 6 attacks with lethal hits. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just rolled 4 1s. One was lethal. So it's 2 at -2. What is going on?
5 ups. They care not about your
Also attacked and took another wound off Lord Damien, putting him down to 2 wounds, but then that's the end of the turn, isn't it, Dave? So we need to do some scores.
We do, mate.
End of Templars turn 2. We were mocking them for not doing secondaries, but that's the only way to score points at the moment. So you've done Marked for Death for 5 on Typhus, and you've done Overwhelming Force for 3 because you didn't get rid of the Lord of Contagion.
Rub it in, mate, rub it in.
Yeah, it's alright, his attacks back was he was just too busy not dying, I think. So it's Death Guard turn 3. Okay, turn 3 for the Death Guard. I've drawn Assassination, then I drew Recover Assets, not interested. So I used my last reshuffle, and I got Engage on all fronts to get into the table quarters. I've got 1 CP. See what we're going to do with that, I'm not sure yet. We've got Plague Burst Crawler has moved around to engage the Brutalis and the Lancer. Maybe drop a mortar onto Grimaldus' unit. We've got my Lord of Virulence has moved out with his Terminators, going for the centre objective with the drill. See if we can melt a tank. Speaking of melting tanks, got the Plague Marines heading for the Impulsor, and then past the drill we've got the Plague Marines there headed for the other repulsor. Lord Damien, the Lord of Contagion, he fell back from combat after passing his Battle Shock test. So that's where we're at. It's the shooting phase. I need to pick a target for the Lord of Virulence and then drop a mortar on someone's head. Start the shooting phase. My Lord of Virulence has picked the 2 wound. I know it seems like overkill, but I need rid of it. It's got a high OC. It's got tons of guns still. All for moment means it can still shoot pretty well. So I'll tell you what, the blue dice can be my Lord of Virulence's twin-linked Plague Spewer, and then the other 2 Plague Spewers in the squad. I hit it a lot. So it's 6s to wound, re-rolling. Yep. Again. Nope, just 3. It's enough to kill it though, -1.
Oh, 4.
No, it's down to a wound. Let's get it with a Reaper, eh? The Reaper, re-roll that 1. That's 2, so 4. Go 1-6, yeah, it's dead. Do you explode?
Hopefully.
No, you don't explode. That is the repulsor taken down, finally. Yeah, my... what are you called? Plague Bear Crawler. We'll put its entropy cannons, its rot hail into the Dread, and then I'll put its mortar into Grimaldus' squad. So tell you what, I've got the dice in my hand. The mortar, get 4 plus 5, so that's 9.
Oh, it's one shot. So the squad's 14. Let's get extra blast
3 saves for the squad.
Fail offering it.
Alright. We taking them on the neophytes, like?
Neophyte, yeah.
No, you get cover.
You be on that one.
Oh yeah, brand minus 1, yeah. And then I'll roll.
Sorry, actually no, I lied. You're supposed to take them on the banner bearers first.
Okay, yeah.
They have a 3 save, so you kill 2 of them.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, so next up, the effect of the mortar on the squad that are hit. They're not afflicted, so that didn't affect them. And then the Brutalis. Oh, he did take D3 mortal wounds, sir. He just took 3 mortal wounds.
Brother!
Hey, the mortar rule worked, and I knocked over a barrel like a toy advert. Next up, the entropy cannons at the Brutalis. Have it. 1 hit. Strength 10, your toughness is 10, suppose?
You're in contagion range, right?
No, but it wounded you though. Minus 3, but you get cover, so minus 2.
4. It fails it.
Would you like to re-roll that before I roll damage?
Nah, you got the damage.
1. Ooh.
Is it plus 1?
No, I don't think so. 1 damage off it. Oh, God. It's tempting, like. No, I'll leave it. The Rot Hail. 1 lethal, 1 hit. Which didn't wound, just 1 armor save, mate. No, just 2 plus, yeah, he's fine. Damn, that was unlucky, wasn't it? Yeah, entropy cannons are plus 1 damage, so the Brutalis is down to 7 wounds remaining. That's just that markers on this squad for being battle shocked. Actually, might be worth shooting at them with the mortar. Anyway, who's up next? Might as well do this Plague Marine squad. They'll target this impulsor right in front of them. So, plasmas. Are we going to be mad lads and overcharge? No. Yes. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's only 2 hits.
Yep.
1 wound.
He fills it.
Yep, so you take a wound. Nice one. The light launcher, 1 shot. Missed. Got a bolt gun. 2 lethals. Hey, another wound off it by a bolt gun. Nice. And then we've got... In there we've got my hauler. I'll have him try and pop this repulsor here.
Big smoke cloud.
Big smoke. All I want to do is do it. Big smoke. It did stop you from getting hit by a multi-melter, mate.
Feels good.
That would be a 5, so a 4, because you've got Tank Hunter. Oh, you rolled a 3 again. Missile in blue. Hit. Again, need a 5. Yeah. So it'll be minus 2 so minus 1. So he failed it. D6 damage. 3 damage.
Down to 13.
Yeah. Down to... Oh, it's on full health, that is it. Then you've got his bile squirty squirt from his mouth. That's 2 hits.
Lethal, 6.
Oh, one's a lethal, yeah. Oh, and that one did hit because he gets plus 1 to hit. Didn't do anything.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Last for shooting will be my Plague Marines over there. Next up, the Plague Marines are going to target this repulsor. I'm not going to play any strats. I'm going to keep hold of them for future plans. I've still got sustained hits because I'm Malignant Plague Caster. I still get a reroll wounds because you are afflicted. So it's all pretty good in neighbourhood. Might as well start with the 2 melter guns because if these roll a 6, that's extra hits, baby. Reroll them. Oh, only 1.
Just 1, yeah?
6 up.
6 up? Nope.
D6 damage. 5 damage.
Oh,
It's down to 8 wounds remaining. The Blight Launcher. 2 shots.
Hitting on 4, mate.
Hitting on 4s. They both miss. Who's next? What else we got in there? We've got a Plasma Gun. He's not overcharging. He missed. Who's next? The Sorcerer with his funky torrent weapon. D6 plus 3 because he's doing the big version.
He has a 30, yeah.
the hazardous version. I did remember to roll for the other one. 7 hits. Its strength is 6. Your toughness is 11. So 5s. Reroll. Oh lordy.
Good.
Oh lordy.
That's 6.
That's 6. I'll double check. Make sure it's strength 6.
Cover.
It does not have ignores cover. This. It's torrent, but it's not ignores cover. So you got 4s.
4s. Takes 3.
3. It. No. It's D3 damage. This mate.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah. So 3d3 damage. He's just took 9 damage from that.
If anyone ever complains about your dice, this has been beautiful.
That's so much.
Of course.
And it exploded. Oh, it's exploded. Oh my god.
Oh, good. We're getting the plague wins. We're getting the cards.
It's getting everyone.
We're getting everyone.
It's getting everyone. Oh my god. Right. I'm coming round, Dave. I'm coming round. You just roll for everyone now, Phil.
Where do you want to start?
Where should we start, ladies and gentlemen? We've got to start with him. He's on 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Watch this be a 1 here, ready? 6.
Alright, okay, a lot of contagion dies, but pause that because he can get back up.
Blade guard?
They're not Blade Guard.
They're not Blade Guard.
You've been watching Secret Level?
I like Secret Level. Sword Brethren. 1.
Of course.
Oh.
I saw that dodgy dice rolling technique you used.
I'm going to slide it for the repulsor.
Yeah, okay.
Repulsor.
Impulsor.
Oh, I got a 1, look at that. I just slid the dice.
So it's the Impulsor.
Yeah, Impulsor.
Oh, yeah. I'm rolling for your models. There you go.
Oh, cheers.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Roll for the Plague Marines. Roll for go on then. No, roll it. Go on.
6.
Yeah, we knew this was. I can't even speak. I'm so angry. Because of Dave's dodgy dice rolling techniques, we know what's going to happen now to my Lord of Contagion, who gets back up on a 2+. We know what's going to happen, don't we? Right, stop painting. Look up to watch me roll this 1. Nope. Yes, I tricked the dice. So he goes down, then you roll on 2+, he gets back up with 3 wounds remaining. I'm back to get Emperor's championed. Oh, the shooting phase done with. Repulsor's exploded. So come round here. All we're going to have for charges, let's tell you what, I'll actually do the Terminators first. They'll try and charge the Impulsor, then the Plague Marines, then the Plague Marines. So, my Lord of Virulence, he might as well go for a long bomb. He will not do a long bomb, not on a 6 he won't. So the small Plague Marine squad, they've rolled, oh there it is, they rolled a 12, and the other Plague Marine squad, they're in, they rolled a 9. So they're just going to dive on that Impulsor and rip it to shreds. Like a very safe place to be fighting, mate.
I love this Plague Marine here, this one here.
Yeah, he's very, very brave. He needs to kill it quick before the drill comes back down again. But I'll start off with the biggest squad led by the Malignant Plaguecaster. This is the Plague Fist and the Heavy Plague Weapons. So it's lethal, 1 hit from a Power Fist, 2 hits from them.
I'm only T8.
2 T8. Yep. So 4s. Oh, right. Let's all move on from what just happened there. Yeah, see if the Plague Knives can do any better. Come on, idiots. Actually, I need to check if I can reroll my wounds because my enhancement. 2 seconds. This squad doesn't get a reroll wounds because I have to be within range of an objective marker at control for that reroll thingy majig. So, Plague Knife wound rolls. No, so just 1 wound. Ooh. Can't even roll.
Can't roll dice, man.
It takes 8 wounds down to 7. Okay. Now the Plague Sorcerer, the Malignant Plaguecaster with his staff. It's 2 hits plus a lethal hit. No, he's only on shooting attacks. But he did 3 wounds though, -1.
Nice, 4. Fails 1.
Yeah, D3 damage. 2 damage, so it puts it down to 5. That's that squad done, so now it's the other Plague Marine squad. Okay, this squad underneath the drill, they've got a Plague Power Fist and a Heavy Plague Weapon. That's a lethal hit from the thingy-majig. Oh, that hit as well. That's better. So that's 3 at -2 damage 2.
5s. Feels small.
6.
Dead.
It's dead. Does it explode as well? Oh.
There we go. Yep.
Oh, blew up as well. Woo!
I think this one's only D3 now.
This one's, yeah, it's only D3, yeah. So the Malignant Plaguecaster squad.
Yep. Takes 3.
Oh, they're taking some hella damage.
Takes 1.
Oh, it takes 1. Okie dokes. Okay, that's the combat phase over with. Everything's burning. The Plague Marines are getting ripped apart by explosions.
I think you took more damage than I did that turn, didn't you?
So let's do the scores. Into turn 3 for the Death Guard, I'm on 23 points in total. I did 2 points for engage on all fronts. I'm going to get rid of assassination, so that's 2 command points. That's 3 command points going into turn 3 for the Black Templars. In a good spot with command points here. Got some overwatches, got some interrupts I could potentially do. Let's see what happens. Okay, turn 3 for the Black Templars. Dave's got 1 CP. You're on established locus. You're not interested, are you?
It's an action secondary.
Yeah, it's Black Templars don't want to do that. No prisoners though. That's all. That's right.
Murder.
Right up their street. So what's happening?
You convinced me that killing you was how I win the game.
Yes.
I agree with this plan.
Black Templars.
So we scored the objective over there with the Sword Brethren.
Yes.
We're going to throw grenades and shots at your Lord of Contagion, hopefully kill him.
Yeah, as you charge past, yeah.
And then we're going to hopefully absolutely massacre that Plague Marine unit.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's the oath target.
That's 3 units dead if they perform well.
Hopefully. Grimaldus has decided to charge the Terminators. He took the 5 up Feel No Pain at the start of command phase relic.
Yeah, and you've got the +2 movement this turn from your litany, yeah.
From the litany, yeah. You decided to overwatch me, which was savage. You set fire to 3 neophytes. Luckily, the 5 up Feel No Pain came in really clutch.
Yeah, so I've gunned down a bunch of them with the overwatch, but there's still plenty of them left to have ourselves a big scrap.
The Lancer and the Brutalis are having a look at your Plague Burst Crawler. I made sure I put the Brutalis within objective range of the objective because those 2 guys who were really zealous failed the battle shot again.
Yes.
So they're just living their best life going like, whoa.
So just in case the Brutalis fails its charge, it's in range of the objective, so it can still do something. So shooting phase?
Shooting phase,
let's do it. Let's use his only CP for grenades. They're going to throw a holy hand grenade at my Lord of Contagion.
He doesn't look like a giant white rabbit, does he?
Yeah, that's what you think.
4 pluses. Take 3 mortal wounds.
He's dead, and he can't get back up from that, so he is exploded.
It's too holy. It's too.
Sword Brethren grenaded my Lord of Contagion, and then one of them with a heavy bolt pistol shot down one of my Plague Marines, and then you're doing your Lancer next, Jess?
No, Lancer, mate, yeah. I think nothing else.
Wait, don't you want to fire your Brutalis first? Because that could have other targets. That could have other targets, but with this could just...
It's very rare to have other targets, but you know...
He might as well go first, because he's got...
We'll give him his hour of glory.
Get those big red hot nipples going. I mean, multi-melters.
Multi-melters. 3s normally, 4s.
Yes.
Hits them both.
See?
It's good, it's good.
5s and 6s.
5s and 6s. -4, mate.
It's Demon Vehicle.
Save, yeah.
Oh, both get through.
Whoa.
You're most welcome. +2 to damage these as well. It's dead.
12.
Oh wait, 12. How many ones? It's got 12. It's dead. Oh no, do I explode? I do explode. But I'm not within 6 of you though, am I? Oh, never mind, he just explodes. That's the Plague Burst gone. So you're welcome for that advice, Dave. So now you've got your Lancer is free to shoot through this gap. And I don't know who can see. You can see those Plague Marines?
He's going to put the Icarus pod at his Plague Marines.
Yeah.
And the Laser Destroyer at the Terminators.
Alright, okay, yeah.
So Icarus pod is the only thing in range, unfortunately.
Yeah.
2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Hits one of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose not to reroll, funny enough. He can reroll a hit, a wound, and a damage roll.
Oh, yeah, you might want to save that for the Laser Destroyer by any chance.
And then strength 7 to 3s. Wounds, -1. He's fine.
Yeah, Plague Marine's okay. Laser Destroyer at the Terminators, yes?
2s. Hits them both on 2s, luckily.
Yeah, you're not afflicted.
Not afflicted, he's heavy. And then 2s. I'm going to use my wound roll to reroll that.
Yes.
With code.
There it goes. 4+ invulnerable save. I failed it.
5 damage.
Yeah, so you...
4 damage. Still nice.
You dome a Terminator.
Aha.
All the shooting done with, so we've got some charges. I assume you're going to have Grimaldus charge here and you're going to have your Emperor's Champion charge over there, yes?
I mean, I'd like to, but I know you've got 2 CP.
I have got 2.
I feel like
I have got 2 CP.
I feel like Grimaldus going at those Terminators is not a good idea. I think we might have a detour at those Plague Marines into the drill and like lift that guy into the drill and just make sure he gets mangled. Because I think those Templars are going to absolutely murder me if I don't.
That is not a bad shout. So you're going to redirect your Templars into the drill?
In the drill.
Yeah, okay.
And then Emperor's Champion's obviously going into the other squad behind me on the wreckage of all the million...
Understandable to be fair. Right, roll for like the Emperor's Champion's in, but Grimaldus, roll for Grimaldus.
Grimaldus.
He's all kinds of in, and then the Emperor's Champion's going to be in as well.
6.
Big scrap in the centre. It's almost like it's a game of 40k. Okay, this is looking pretty epic though, to be fair. I decided to use my one of my CP for heroically intervening instead, so I won't be able to interrupt or do -1 damage or anything like that, but the damage I could cause by having all my Terminators attack is much greater than interrupting with either of these Plague Marine squads, and plus he would just start with the Emperor's Champion and wipe that squad out there. So Dave's going to be striking first, but I've got, 8 Terminators and a Lord of Virulence in combat now, and we're all fighting around the big drill. So let's get it on. Dave, over to you, sir.
Cheers, bud.
Where are you starting? Emperor's Champion?
How would you guess Emperor's Champion?
Okay.
So we'll pick +1 damage,
Yes.
shocking nobody at all.
Yes.
And then Emperor's Champion is just going to start hacking away.
Yep.
2's normally, 3's because of your contagion.
Yes.
You are both unwanted, so we'll just fix these 2 for a second.
Yes.
There we go.
Ah, he cares not for the...
He's only strength 8, mate.
Oh,
but you're
freeze.
Your character unit, so +1 to wound.
Oh, 2s.
So 2s.
Oh, okay.
What I'm going to do though is I'm going to put all 3 on your sorcerer.
Okay.
These are -3 and 4 damage apiece.
The -3 and the 4 damage piece. But if I roll 3 6s, he just laughs it off. He does laugh none of it off, so he dies for the first 2.
Yep.
And then you kill off another Plague Marine, yeah?
That's the first one, isn't he? He's only got 4 wounds.
Oh, you damage 4?
Damage 4,
oh,
yeah.
right, sorry, yes, that's 3 of them dead then.
Cool.
Leaves 2 Plague Marines left. Can you get them with a Thunder Hammer?
Hopefully, so 3's at the 3's become 4s, mate, because you've
Yep.
contagion.
He cares not. He cares not.
He's strength 8.
2 6s, come on.
3's. 2 wounds, mate.
2 wounds.
Both -2.
Yep. He donks one of them.
3 damage to him.
Yep, so one of them gets splattered by a Thunder Hammer. Mastercrafted Power Sword.
Mastercrafted Power Sword.
3's re-rolling.
It's 2. It's a 2's with
Yep.
3's. Hits them all.
Lovely.
And
5's.
5's.
Oh,
all
it is.
4.
That is Mastercrafted indeed.
All 4 of them, mate.
Yeah, he chops him down as well. It doesn't matter what that dice rolls. That's that Plague Marine squad over there with the Sword Brethren wiped out. And then consolidated into my Blight Hauler, and just while we were there, I rolled the attack and he managed to take a wound off a Sword Brethren for their trouble. Next up, Grimaldus and friends.
Yeah.
Oh, Grimaldus and friends are just going to try and wipe out the Plague Marines, because then I'll only have 2 units left if that's the case.
So, Grimaldus hits on 2s, mate. Up to 3's because of your contagion.
Yes.
But Grimaldus he re-rolls all hit rolls.
Yeah,
for the
lovely.
squad. So 3's. Luckily he re-rolls.
Good job he re-rolls.
Yeah. Not that much, but you know. He's strength 6 though, so it's 4 I believe.
Yes.
2, mate. -2, and they are.
Oh, is Crudgeus is -2?
He's closest to -2.
Yeah, so he donks 2 Plague Marines then.
Cool. I'm going to throw his servitor into combat with his stick.
Okay.
You know, his banner. So
Yeah.
4, 5 hits.
Yeah.
Strength 3, so 6s. Oh.
Okay. Power Fists.
Yeah, there's 2 power fists in there.
That could finish the squad off. There's only 3 of them left.
4s.
Yeah, re-rolling.
Rolling. And then strength 8. So
3s.
3s. 5, mate.
Oof, I'm taking those black dice back off you. Yeah, you kill the squad. That's the Plague Marines gone. Last up, my Lord of Virulence and his Terminators. I'll do my Lord of Virulence first. He's got a 10-point enhancement to give him critical hits on a 5-up with his Plague Power Fist. So he hits 1 lethal and then the other 4 hit. These wounds on a 2. So that's 5 -2, damage 2.
Cool. It doesn't really matter what we're going on, mate. So, I think we've got 1 Baldy. So, 6 up save. Fails it. 5 up feel the pains. Kills him.
So that's the Scout dead, yeah?
That's the Scout dead.
Yeah.
Then we've got 4 power armoured guys, so these will be 5s.
Yes.
Pass 1. And
Yeah.
feel no pains for these. So, first one dies. Second one dies. Third one dies.
Nice. So
Nice.
my Terminator Lord, what, just took out 4?
4, yeah.
Nice.
So,
Next up, my Terminator with a Flail of Corruption. He's got 6 attacks, hitting on 3s with lethal hits. Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Oh, the only ones that were hit. The only ones that hit were lethals. -1, damage 2 a pop.
there's 3 guys there, so 4.
Yep.
Fail 2 of them.
Yeah, damage 2. Damage 2 a go.
Cool. First one tanks a wound.
Oh, he takes...
5 ups.
Is it going to take 2 hits off the flail to get him?
Yeah
2 hits off the flail to get that Space Marine. Now it's the bubotic weapons. Last up, bubotic weapons. Lethal hits, and they've got damage 2 now, which is handy. Beautiful. 6 lethals, and then freeze to wound. Beautiful. That's another 5, so that's 11 5-up armor saves. 11 5-up armor saves, damage 2 a pop.
Cool.
You might need to roll these a bit separately, actually.
2 guys with power fists.
Yes.
So these are -1 or -2.
-2.
So 5. They both fail. Right. First one, power fail burns. Takes a wound. So the second fail kills him.
Yes.
Right. Then we've got another power fist who fails, and his power fail burns. Kills him. Excellent.
Relic bearer now.
So that's, we failed 1, 2, 3. That's 4 there.
Yeah.
And then we've got relic bearer. Fails. 5 fail burns. Dies.
Yes.
Right. So just a lot of dice. I think 11, 7. So 7 for Grimaldus on his 4.
Yep. 7 saves for Grimaldus.
Easy as minute. Watch this. I only feel like 5, and then 10 feel no pains. Yeah.
10 feel no pains for
10
him.
feel no pains.
Come on, Grimaldus. Imagine you're at Hell's Reach.
Well, I just did 1 Hell's Reach. Oh, I'm not in the big fight. 5 pluses.
He tried, but
he really did try.
I think they've dragged him down, haven't they?
Yeah, we've got him with his 5. He only has 5 wounds. 5 wounds exactly.
There you go. They got him. Grimaldus goes down at the drill. Okay, at the end of turn 3 for the Templars, Dave's on 28 points, I'm on 23, so he's in the lead still. You've done no prisoners for maximum points. Are you getting rid of established locus for a CP?
I'm going to get rid of it and gain my CP, mate.
Yep, so you'd be on 2 CP going into...
No, just 1. That's what I gained from getting rid of this. So
Yep.
I'm 0. Going into, you're going 2 in your turn.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's catching on. Turn 4. Alright, I come to you live from my command phase. I've drawn my cards. I've done well on primary. I've scored 13 points primary because of sticky objectives. But I've drawn established locust. That's doing action in your opponent's deployment zone or the centre of the board. I ain't doing that with a block of terminators. Cleanse is the same thing, but for even less points. I ain't doing that either. I've got 2 CP. I'm doing it. I'm doing it live. I've spent the CP. Ideally, what I want is either area denial or no prisoners, like Dave's just had. Yes! Got no prisoners. Woo! Right, Emperor's rig deck. He's got a rig deck. Right, Terminators. They're going for the Emperor's Champion. Movement phase. So movement phase was quick. The Hauler fell back out of combat. He went behind those rocks and containers. If he survives, he might do a beeline and advance towards the last objective. Not the last objective, sorry, the Dave's home field objective. And then the Terminators have moved underneath the drill. And they're going to unleash a volley into the Sword Brethren and then charge.
I'm sure you're just making jokes about bees now. Make a beeline.
It's because I miss the bees. I miss them so much. Lord of Virulence has picked the Sword Brethren as the target for his Blight Bombardment. Dave has played Armour of Contempt to protect the Sword Brethren. First up would be the Plague Spewers. The blue one is the Lord of Virulence. It's not that it makes any difference. I just like to know how well he's doing. Not well at all. My goodness, it's even made the camera go blurry. Whoa. It's 4 at -1. Oh wait, hang on. Reroll. 5 at -1. Oh, but you've got
Contempt, so.
You've got contempt, so freeze.
Don't worry, I still killed the entire Blade Cat.
Nice.
You're
obsessed with that secret level, you.
Have you ever seen that episode of Secret Level?
It's so good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Next up, the Reaper. Fear the Reaper.
I think it's standing.
Oh, I'm wearing a Rob Zombie top as well. Check me out. Right. 2s. Good job and all.
Reroll.
That's a dev wound and 4 saves.
4 saves. They fail 3.
Oh.
Dev wound.
Wow.
So
it's another Sword Brethren down.
2 gets 1 from the dev. And then 3 from that one.
Yeah, the Blight Launcher gets 4 shots. Quick math. Hits.
You got blast as well.
Yeah, so I got 4.
Yeah.
Mace, roll again. Lethal and 2 hits. Reroll that one. 3. Just normal saves.
Fail 2 of them?
No, you've got
Phil.
Yeah, so you fail 1, so he's down to 1 wound. Now it's the Combi Bolters. Combi Plague Bolters. Roll that one again. Nice. Then freeze to wound with rerolls. full house.
Very nice.
That's 5, 10, 11. The IAP -1 be armed with contempt, so you're back to your normal save.
3s. It's happened again, dude.
Another full Sword Brethren gun down. Was that leave just one and the Emperor's Champion?
One with 1 wound and the Emperor's Champion.
Nice. Charge phase, 5-inch charge for the Terminators to reach the Emperor's Champion. Oops! Yeah, they're in. Rolled an 8. Let's get it on. Okay, all the Terminators have piled in. I'll start with my Lord of Virulence, see if he can get both the Emperor's Champion and the last Sword Brethren. 5 attacks, he's got lethal hits on a 5. That's 3 lethal hits and a hit, which also wounded.
So,
-2, damage 2.
Sword Brethren.
Is crushed.
Right. Emperor's Champion after his amount of time. 4s. Fails, I'll blanket 0.
Yeah, you need to pass both of these.
And 4s. He's fine on 2 wounds.
The Flail of Corruption.
I say fine.
Yes, the flail attack.
Is it staying?
No, they're not sustained. But that's 4 -1.
3s. Dead.
He's dead. Killed by the flail of corruption. Emperor's Champion is taken out. Okay, at the end of turn 4, the Death Guard taking the lead. I did quite well. I got 13 points primary, 4 points on secondaries. I did no prisoners for 4 points. Get rid of cleanse, get lost, and get rid of no established locus for a CP. That puts me on to 2 CP, and then be 3 CP going into Dave's turn 4. Let's do it. Okay, Dave's turn 4. We're going to do this entire turn in one video.
Let's go.
So you've got containment and you've got engaging all fronts.
Yep.
What's happened in this turn, Dave?
I spent the CP, so I went from 2 down to 1 to auto pass for those 2.
2 Crusaders are on either side of that building there, yeah.
I rolled a 6 from advance on the Brutalis. He's coming out to try and steal your home objective for last turn.
Cheeky bugger.
I rolled a 4 on the Lancer to advance that into the other quarter to get me engaged, and also pre-prep to try and take that objective on his
which the Hall was heading for,
yes. As well.
Yeah.
Over you, mate.
Okay, yeah, so there you go. There's the scorecards. 3 points for primary and then 5 points for secondaries because you did both of them.
Yep.
Which means going into my turn 5, you'll be on 2 CP.
Yep.
I'll be on 4 CP. So it's Death Guard, final turn 5. Okay, Death Guard's final turn. I am also going to be able to do my turn in one go. I drew Area Denial. Great card. Just means I need to go back and recapture that drill, which is what I need anyway, because that's where they are going to launch the virus into the planet core. And then I drew Overwhelming Force, which I can't really do, so I spent one of my many CP, and I drew Sabotage, so let's see what's happening with that. So, like I said, Terminators are securing the drill where they're going to launch their virus bomb, and then on the other side of the battlefield, the Hauler has moved to this piece of scenery in the enemy deployment zone, and he will start sabotaging it. But Dave has a turn to Lancer it to death. So that's my turn done with. So whoa, come all the way back. I've added it on. I've got 58 points with 6 points pending. Going into Dave's final turn, he needs to score, 24 points? Something like that?
22 to draw.
22 points to draw in a turn. It's never been done. Let's see what happens. Black Templars, final turn. Okay, final turn for the Templars. Now, I kind of jokingly and mockingly said, let's see if Dave can do 22 points in one turn. And then he turns out he's drawn the cards and the scenario where he can score exactly 22 points and cause the game to be a draw if everything goes well. So, Dave, explain it, will you? Explain how you get this game to be a draw.
So, I sweep the rug from under your feet if I can control my home base objective and one outside in no man's, which, if I move my Lancer back at my homeland objective,
which you've done,
move the Brutalis onto the outside one,
yes,
and I can score the 5.
Yes.
Cleanse, which is the other card I've drawn, is any objective markers that are not within my deployment zone.
Yes.
So if the Dreadnought cleanses, and the the 2 Crusader squads,
who you can't see because on the other side of that big building,
if they cleanse, that gets me the full 9 points.
Yep.
It would also unlock my scoring for 5, 5, and 3 for the primary.
Yes.
For a total of 22.
Okay.
The only caveats are I need to survive an overwatch from your drone.
Yes.
I need to kill your drone so you can't sabotage me.
Yes.
And then the hardest thing to do I need to pass the battle shock with those guys.
So those two Crusaders on the other side of this building here,
Yes.
they have actually failed every battle shock test they've had to take. The only time they passed was when Dave spent the CP to do it last turn.
Yep.
So Dave grabbed 2 dice, mate, because it kind of hinges on these two.
You just want to get this on. You just want to get this recorded on like Matthias on camera.
That's correct, yeah. So they've got to pass a battle shock.
A 6.
They've finally done it.
There we go.
They've got the act together. So they're now going to start cleansing.
Yes.
So they're going to cleanse that objective. And now, like I said, I've used one of my many CP.
Yep. Overwatching.
That doesn't stop him from doing the action, does it?
No, because you started sabotaging your turn. At the end of your turn, you're now allowed to do anything you want. Well, you can do like Overwatching, shooting, that kind of thing.
Right. Well, have a multi-melter. I'm going to use a CP reroll because I have so many dice,
yeah, sure.
so many CP. I wasn't going to spend it on.
Go for it.
I still missed.
Cool. Missile launcher.
Missile launcher. Hit. Right.
3s.
Did it?
Yeah. -2, I'm guessing.
Wait, why is it minus? No, it's a 4 in it. Because it's only strength. What toughness is that thing? Like 10. It's only strength 9 in it.
10 down to 9 because I'm in contagion range, and you get +1 wound against vehicles.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So it's 4s down to 3s.
Yeah, good spot, mate. Good spot.
Takes it.
Takes it. You take 5 damage.
That was cool. Nice.
And then I've got my squirty squirt, which all missed. Never mind. It was
It was a good attempt.
It was worth a shot.
It was a very good attempt.
It was worth a shot. But now I'm going to get shot. And I'm the overmoment target. Obviously, I've got 2 CP, so I am now popping smoke from the hauler. Because it's got smoke.
So
This is the laser destroyer.
you don't need pop smoke, mate. You've already in contagion range, so it's 4.
I'm just doing it for dramatic effect.
for-
He's doing whatever he can.
So laser destroyer 4s. Reroll them because
Oh.
Don't listen again. Hit one of them. Toughness
Freeze.
9. Yeah. Wounds it.
5 up there, demon save. Oh, right, last CP. He's burning through him. 5 for a 6. Oh no, his crit was on it. No. He's got 8 wounds. It's still alive.
I'm going to reroll for free with it.
Yep. It's still alive.
It's taken 5.
It's taken 5. It's got 3 wounds remaining.
Multi-melter.
No.
3.
It's down to 3.
4s. Oath of moment. 4s.
Yes.
I'm allowed a free reroll from.
Yep. Yes.
No.
Oh.
Missile pod. 1 shot. Hit.
Survive.
Doesn't wound. I'll reroll that. Doesn't wound. I swear to God.
You need to kill it with your Tempest bolters.
I need to kill it with my.
Wait, what am I getting so excited for? Doesn't this make it a draw?
4 shots. Hits them all now. I can hit.
Yeah.
6s. No.
No way have you just rolled enough to kill that. If I fluff up 3 armor saves. Oh no. Don't make it about my dice, mate. Oh, I need to make 1 free up save. Yeah, I did. He's got 2 wounds remaining. Whew. The little blight hauler that could, eh?
I've only got one solution. It's tank shock time.
You're going to have to try and charge it. So what, you within like 9s? You got like an 8-inch charge or something?
Oh, yeah, it's not a 9, so it's 9-inch charge.
No, it has to be 9 because you moved it my thingy, so 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe I've resort to this. 6.
Well, you're going to have to re-roll the charge, aren't you? You're not going to get tank shock, but you're still going to have to do it, aren't you?
We have to.
You're going to have to use your CP on a charge.
Nope.
Couldn't even do it.
It was so close.
Dave, have we just fought to another draw? We haven't.
You survived.
Oh, he sabotaged! The haulers won it for us! After all is said and done, the Blight Hauler starts destroying the back end of this facility, and the Terminators launch their virus bomb deep under the crust of this planet. Here's our scores at the end. We've got 74 points to the Death Guard, 68 points to the Black Templars. That was super close. With the Blight Hauler winning at the end, that's awesome. Making it a Death Guard victory. Yeah, that was super clutch. We love that when it's decided by the very, very last thing in the game. Amazing. Let's do a quick roundup. Put it there, mate.
Rich, mate, I'm not sulking, not sad, not sad.
Mate, people are going to think that we're rigging the deck with how close these games
I'm a Galaxy Brain. We're sat there going, oh, turn 4, you get these 2 cards.
Yeah, then 10-5, we'll have it go like this, yeah.
Honestly, my face, my enjoyment of going, oh my god, I can get in the draw, Richie. Yeah. I can probably just pull the rug from under again.
I was like, yeah, good luck getting 22 points, mate. Game's in the bag here. Then he's like, oh yeah, by the way, Rich, I can't score. And I'm like, hang on, let's have a look at this. Will you tell me? Explain that again, will you? You can do what? Why?
You get how many points? Wait, what? But as always, mate.
But that's what's one of the good things about the fact that you score at the end of the 5th turn, so you can leg it to the objectives and sort of get yourself back in the game last minute.
It was your sticky came in super clutch. I think that sticky you would have been really struggling.
Yeah.
But again, mate, class game. Terminators really performed this time around.
Yes, they did really well last time I used them. I love using Terminator bricks because obviously my Iron Warriors I'm always using a Terminator brick. Yeah. And then now I've got a Terminator brick in my Death Guard. I don't know. I think I've always enjoyed using the Death Star units. I just love how sort of they do what they're supposed to do.
They're rock hard.
Yeah, you put them in the centre of your lines and it keeps things solid.
They're literally your vanguard. They're just going to take all the punishment.
They're not my man of the match though. My man of the match is definitely 100% that little Blight Hauler that could. One who legged it down the side of the board and then on the final blew it up at the end. He was class. You got a man of the unit of the match.
I can't give it a Hellbrecht. He killed some zombies that died.
Yeah.
Can't give it as champion. He kind of just went, I'm here, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Grimalda's kind of ran in and died as well.
You were doing a lot of trading, weren't you?
Loads of trading. I guess, ironically, you probably got Lanced in.
I was thinking that your tanks were better than your infantry were.
Which is ironic considering they've taken an infantry buffing detachment.
Yeah,
and the tanks did all the work.
Yeah. If you'd had the vow on, feel no pain on the tanks as well, they'd stick around even longer, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate this detachment. I think the detachment's actually fine. Mm-hmm. I just think you don't play 400-500 points worth of tanks. I think you take just power armor everywhere.
Yeah.
Just run over them.
Well, I'm glad you did use that because I get really jealous when I'm using Death Guard and I fight Black Templars and they've all got feel no pain and I don't. I'm like, hang on. We're the disgusting resilient ones.
I mean, you're T7 now. 6 and 7s now.
Yeah, but it is like, here, why have they got that and we don't?
To be honest, I don't hate that attachment for Black Templars. It's not as good as the Index one, but it never probably was going to be. No. I think it's got game. +2 movement could come out of vehicles.
Oh, if you build, like with anything, if you build around it, it's good. There are detachments like that, aren't there? The detachments like the one I just used today for the Death Guard, that works for any list. If you've got Death Guard models of any ilk, just use them in this detachment and you'll be able to play fine. But then there's some detachments where it aren't like that. You take just what you own and it'll be rubbish and you won't be able to do now. That's the same as your detachment. If you build, we want to use something a little bit different. Yeah. But you...
But I got what
but if you build into that detachment, then you can make the most of it. Like with anything you build into it, you aim to use it and you get more out of it.
You play what you think's cool, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Play what you like, and you'll be a detachment eventually for what you think's cool, and just roll into it. But no, thanks to Chris for lending me the army. It's a nice army.
Gorgeous.
Just unfortunately, I don't think the man understands what secondary objectives are. It's just like
Templars do not. The Templars are not interested in secondary objectives. They're not bothered. They just want to
jump in really big tanks and jump out of really big tanks. Apparently,
yeah, chop people down.
Good though.
Yeah, and our next game that me and you have, Charles, should hopefully be with a new deck.
New deck. Yeah. Not timestamp this, but what? 2 and a bit weeks. 3
weeks? It's just been announced as the time of recording, so it won't be long before it's out. So mine and Dave's next game, channel will be using the new cards, so I'm looking forward to that. It's actually got some catch-up mechanics as well in there, hasn't it? So
you don't need those. We do draws here, right?
Well, yes,
we do really close draws here.
But that's one of the good things when you play the Age of Sigmar. It's got catch-up mechanics in there to help keep the game close and more fun throughout. So 40k bringing in more catch-up mechanics is good.
You're not sat turn 3 going, I'm just 50 points behind.
Yeah.
I think I might mentally check out this game and go home.
Yeah, I'm all about catch-up mechanics. I think they're good. Yeah, you can obviously sit and getting the guess that I've already won by turn 3, but obviously the game's done and you've just like the whole person's demoralised. But if you've got a catch-up mechanic in the game, you can bring it back. That's much better, in my opinion, to then take the game all the way to the end. Do you know what I mean?
I'm all for it. I mean, to be fair, any sort of changes to the deck, I'm all for. Like this deck, this set, this patch, whatever you want to call it, has been really good. The card's been good. I don't think I've ever drawn a card and went, this is awful. There's a couple that you go, but
you know what I can't believe they didn't do? So they've been bringing out, last edition, you had the secondaries that you picked for your own army, and it got a bit out of hand, where like the power of the secondaries was what determined the power of the army. You know, when the Necron, remember there was a time when Necrons were dominating because they had the easiest secondaries to achieve.
Necron secondaries were like, tie your shoelaces, there's 10 points.
Yeah, be made of metal.
Meanwhile, Death Guard were like, contain this objective while doing a handstand while bees are on that far.
Yeah, win a 100-metre sprint against a Harlequin. You know what I mean? Oh, nice one, yeah, sound. But what I kind of like the idea of, you've got 18 cards, currently you've got 18 cards in a deck. Yeah. I thought it would have been quite cool if when you buy your Death Guard Codex, you have 2 extra cards.
And you can replace 2?
No, you put them in the deck.
You put 2 in extra.
You put them in your deck, so you've got 2 extra cards that are for your army, and you've got 2 extra cards for your army that are in the deck, so you've got 20 cards.
I hate that. It's a 1 in 10 chance of drawing the card.
Yeah, exactly. They just thought that would be quite cool to have 2 unique cards or whatever to put into your deck.
Especially if they revolve around your army rule. I think for Death Guard 1, if you've got a card that was involving you score 3 points if you have 4 units in contagion, or you get 5 points if everyone's in contagion, or I don't know, 10 plus units or something. That'd be really cool.
I always thought that'd be quite cool as a thing to do, to give you cards that you could add into the deck to shuffle in. Maybe it's logistically for planning for people to have decks and stuff. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. Because
trademark. We'll trademark is ours GW.
If this happens, they heard it here first, right? If that happens in 11th. I think that's us done, mate. I need to go to the gym. You've got something on.
Always. Probably just go and do more painting, right?
Yeah. I know you're good.
Yeah.
Catch us all there.
In a bit.